Hello everyone, Johnny here. Today in this session we will try to learn about how to generate this polling of hearts using JavaScript. Before trying to solve this question, we will try to understand the basic required to solve this. Let me go to the editor. I am trying to use a Sublime. First, let me create the script part. And I have created the CSS part for this. First, we will try to understand the basics of this concept. First, let me start with a basic example of a simple animation. For example, if I want to perform this, I need a simple animation so that I can get the hearts of this rolling. For this, let me understand the basics of it. I have taken a div tag here and div tag close. So div tag open and div tag close. Let me get this here and it's here. Okay. Now in this I haven't got any output in this. I have taken a div tag. In this style I am trying to write the CSS properties for it. For suppose I want to write height, width 100 pixel, height 100 pixel, some background color red or blue. Next I am trying to write animation name. Animation name would be like project. Just to write an example as a project. Next one, animation duration. It will tell how many seconds it should be able to display. In order to perform this animation, we will be writing a keyframes in animation. Keyframes. Whatever the name you have written here, the same name we should implement it here. Project. In this we have something called two values. First one is from, next one is to. From, I just want to change this background color blue to background color orange. You can use hexadecimal color codes also. So this is a simple example of using a animation here. So whenever you write, you should be able to write the animation name, animation duration. Whatever the name you have mentioned here, the same name we should be able to mention at the keyframes. Here from and to indicates how it should be able to perform the animation, by which properties. So if you can see here, can you see here? We got animation between the 4 seconds, that is from blue to orange. For example, if I want to perform the animation again and again, you can also use the properties like this. Animation iteration count 3. So whenever I am trying to write this, if you have seen, it is trying to perform the animation again and again. It will try to perform 3 times. So these are the few properties of animation which we will try to use in this example, in understanding this example. First one is animation. Next one, for suppose if I want to make sure I want to make this thing, what is the box I got, I just want to translate it, in the sense I just want to move it out. I just want to give some space from its current position. Then we can use some property in the here as transform. When I write transform here, it will try to move from the current position. That is, first parameter indicates the right, next parameter indicates to the down. If I have written something like this, 50 pixel, 100 pixel. When you have seen this, we are trying to make sure it is trying to apply those properties. So we will try to have sorry, I haven't written the property of translate here. So now we can see. Can you see here? It is trying to move 50 pixel from this hand side and 100 from here. For example, if I mentioned 150 here, it means it is trying to move from the left hand side and from the top. For example, if I mentioned 200 here, so it is trying to move from the left and the top. This is about translate. So it will try to move from the positions. So this is about the basic animations which are required in order to solve this question. In order to have this, we have discussed about animation name, duration, iteration count, translate, and the keyframes, which are used to perform the properties, apply these properties. Now let me take one more example. I just want to erase this. I just don't want to have this property now, and I just want to put this in the comments. Now let us look into the next part of what we need to know before solving this question. First one is dynamic DOM. For suppose if I want to write an element, we generally write div tag open, div tag close, then automatically the one particular property will be appeared here. If I want an input element, we write input type equal text, so we'll get an element here. But without writing the HTML, without creating with an HTML, can we create using JavaScript? Yes, there is a possibility of using dynamic DOM. Here we will try to write first part as how to create an element. In this session we will try to first understand about how to create an element using JavaScript. First one, I am trying to write variable btn equals to document in the sense this complete white space window, in the sense this browser. So document dot create element. In this I am just trying to create a button here. Whenever you write document.createElement, it means it will try to create an element whatever we have mentioned. Here what did I mention here? I have mentioned a button here. See, if you see this output, will you get anything? No, it will not be displayed, because whatever the element you have created, you should be able to insert it, in the sense we should be able to place it. Here I have created a button, but I haven't placed in this body part, right? So in order to place this, we have a method called appended child. So I just want to place this in the body tag. So I'm trying to write document.body appended child. Appended child is used to make sure that this button will be inserted in the particular tag. What is the tag I have selected here? Body. So see here, we got some small, but we don't have any text here. If I want to write some text, generally in JS we use innerHTML in order to display some text between the div tag, paragraph tag. In the same way, here also we use button dot innerHTML equals to click. So it means it will try to click a button. See, we got a button here. First one we are able to understand, like first one is a create element, next one is an append child. Append child is used to attach this element whatever we have created to the particular tag. For example, I have used here body, so it is trying to attach to the body part. We understood about a create element now. Now let us understand about the next property, that is style. Let us understand about the style. For suppose in our previous sessions also of project we have discussed about it. In order to write CSS using JavaScript, in order to create a CSS using JavaScript, we can use this. For example, I have written document dot getElementById. I have mentioned some ID here. I just want to write style dot color equals to red. What does it mean? It means we are trying to choose an element from this body. From body tag we are trying to read an element from ID style dot color. In the sense, style is the CSS which we write in the JavaScript, color is the property, and this is the value. So I don't have any ID here, so let me put some ID here. ID equals to hello. Jello, not jello, it's hello. Okay, hello is there. So I have mentioned hello here. Can you see the text? No, we haven't written any text here, sorry. Johnny Tutorials. So we got text in the red color. So this is how we have applied with the CSS style property, right? For suppose we have added ID equal to hello here. I added ID equals to hello here. For suppose if I want to add one more property for this, it means I want to add some class to it. So we have a property in this called classList. will make sure that we can add a class, we can toggle a class, or else we can remove a class. Here let me give you an example so that we can understand it. Here we document.getElementById, hello means this ID, and it is trying to give a color as red. For suppose for this ID in here I have mentioned as font size 100 pixel, or else let me write hello here, okay. So I haven't written any class property. For suppose if I write the class here, class equals to hell, then the property will be applied. But can I make the same thing using JavaScript? Yes. How we can write? We can write in this way: document dot get element by ID, get element by ID. What is an ID here? Hello dot, let us try to write in this way: class list dot add. What is the class list I want to add? I just want to add a class list as HEL. Can you see? Now along with this ID we haven't written anything here. For suppose in normal CSS we will write class equals to, but here we haven't written, but it is trying to add this hell to this ID, in the sense for the ID, because it is trying to read this ID and based upon it is trying to apply. So we got the font size is 100 pixel here, font size is 100 pixel. So this is the one way of you adding the properties, that is we are trying to add a class here. First one we have created an element, next one we have appended an element, next one we are trying to apply the some styles, next one we are trying to use some class list. Here we are trying to use some class list. Now let me use some more example. I just want to remove it. I have added a class list hell. Here for this tag. I just want to remove it. Do we have any method? Yes, we have something like this, a remove. We have some method called remove. So here we can write variable, some object I am trying to write, document dot get element by ID. What is ID name I am trying to write? Hello. For this I just want to remove obj dot remove. So whenever I am trying to write hello here, and I just want to remove this, I just want to completely erase this. See here, can you see? Because we have used a method called remove, which is trying to remove this p of id equal to Johnny tutorials and paragraph tag close from the body itself. So based upon this id we are trying to work. A remove is used to remove a specific element from the DOM. From this DOM it is trying to remove the specific element. What is the specific element here? id hello. Now so we have got to know about how we can use this, how we can use all the properties like create element, append child, animations and all. Now let me look into the next example. I just want to place everything in the comments. Now next concept which is required to solve this question, which is required in order to solve this hearts, is setInterval. As we have discussed from the day 1 of the session, and we can find the links of these tutorials below the description part with a complete series of examples. Now setInterval. What is the use of setInterval? It will try to call a function repeatedly with a fixed duration of time. In the sense, within a fixed delay it will try to call the function and again. So for example, if I want to write an example, as we have been writing from the day 1, setInterval, first one it will try to have something called a function. We can call it as a callback function, where in this I am trying to write journey callback function, and next one is the duration, how many seconds it should able to get. So here 1000 is equals to 1 milliseconds. So after 3 seconds we will try to get the output here. See, again after 3 seconds we will get the output of this. This is how setInterval works. setInterval will have two things. First one is a function, a callback function, and next one is a duration, how many times it's able to execute. Every after 3 seconds it will try to execute. Next one is setTimeout. What is the difference between setInterval and setTimeout? setInterval will try to execute the everything within the slot, in the sense after every 3 seconds it will try to get, but here it will try to start its execution after 3 seconds. Let me write an example here. setTimeout function. Let me write same alert here, or else better. Alert Johnny and 3000. So it will try to execute after 3 seconds. See here, it will try to execute after 3 seconds. So we are trying to use first one as a, sorry, we haven't done some mistake. O is not caps. Yes, set out. Yes, we got it. So it will try to execute after the particular duration of time. So hope you are clear with the both examples. First one is setInterval, next one is setTimeout. setInterval, after every 3 seconds again we will get it, but setTimeout, after the time slot it will try to start it again. So this is a basic example which are required in order to solve this question. Now let us look into the main logical part. So let me I have kept everything in the comments, and in this let me elaborate this code. Let us understand like what we are trying to write in this session now. Let me start. Now first part we will write HTML. I just want to thank each and everyone who has supported this, because as an account of we got a Google AdSense, I'm just trying to make this tutorial based upon hearts. Thank you for students. Sorry, thank you for subscribers, because even they are my hearts. So thank you for subscribers. I just want to display this to the center. I just want this to the center of the page. I got it. If I want to change the font family, if you can use font family, we got it. I just want to change the default font, nothing more. Next one. For this we got thank you for subscribers. Now I should able to get some hearts here. In order to get these hearts, I'm trying to use everything of a dynamic CSS. So first one, I just want to create a heart here. First I should be able to create a function. I'm trying to create heart. I'm trying to create heart here. I just want to use create heart here, and I should be able to execute this create heart every second, in the sense every duration of this create heart, and I just want to mention it as 200. As we have discussed, 1000 is equals to 1 milliseconds. It is 0.02 like this. Now in this first one, I should be able to create an element. Constant h equals to document dot create element. It means indirectly I'm not writing div here. We are not writing div here. I'm not writing any div here. It is trying to create. Where it is trying to create? Constant document equal to document dot create element of div. In this h dot classList dot add. I just want to write a class name here. The class name as Johnny. Let me write class name as John. Let me write everything in small. I'm just trying to write my name as of now for this example. So here I'm trying to write an example of Johnny here. So I just want to make sure I will write the CSS part for this. position fixed, bottom 0vh, in the sense height, color red. Next one, font size to rem. Next one, animation. I just want to apply animation for this. I just want to write animation name, duration, easy, not like linear. Next one is forwards. Instead of writing everything in a separate line, I'm trying to write the shorthand notation. It is animation name, duration, the part how it want to follow, forwards or backwards. Now we have done the CSS part for this. Next one, in this CSS part, I just want to write effect here, h dot style dot left equals to math dot random. It means generate a random value. It will try to generate a random value. For this, I am trying to use height. In the sense here, I am trying to use width here. View width, in the sense viewport width. It will try to display. Next one, h dot style dot animation duration. Animation duration equals to math dot random. In this, I am trying to place some values here. We will I try to understand like why I am trying to use this value. This I am trying to use a seconds here, the duration of an animation. Next one, h dot inner text. Inner text. I just want to take a heart symbol here. I'm just trying to take an heart symbol. I'm just trying to copy this symbol here from here. Shall I copy this? I'm trying to use this heart. Here we have used this, but I'm trying to use this one. Next one, and I just want to append this to the body part, right? So document dot body dot append the child. For when we need to append this one. So h, in the sense this element will be appended inside the body part. If you can see here, we didn't get any output because we haven't written any CSS part for this animation and all. We got append part. Now I want to set a particular duration for this. I just want to set a particular duration, in the sense it should able to get this heart and everything. So first let me write, and next one we will try to remove it. Next part, we will try to apply the CSS part for this. Keyframes. What is the animation name we have? Fall here. Fall 2 top 0 transform translate height. We are trying to write the height for it. Now in this we have done with the animation part, the animation part. Now let's see, we will write the interval and everything. We got create heart, yes. Now let us remove this part. In the sense, whenever you are trying to write, we will try to add some parts also. Like console, we got some error. View height is not defined. Line number 20, some error is there. We have mentioned some mistake. Line number 20. So h dot style of okay. Let me put this in the comments, nothing more. We got hurt, s is not defined. Where s is not defined? So we have sorry, it is in the form of a string, right? We need to append the value here. Now if you can see here, we got something like this. We got some hearts like this, but we should able to get something like this, right? Because here we have mentioned 100. So let me write the part of remove also. In the sense it is trying to grow, I just want to remove this part. So we should also increase the size of it. We can also increase the size of it. Let me write. Now we can see. Yes, if I write 20 here, it means it will try to append only the 20th part of the width of this page. 100. If you know that CSS how to write a dynamic HTML using JavaScript, then DOM concepts, then it will be very easy to elaborate, understand. So we got hearts here. Now suppose I just want to make sure I just want to stop it also, like after the duration of time it should able to remove it, the property. Then within the duration of time, set timeout. I'm trying to write an arrow function here. We can just find this basics of the tutorials in the description part. Heart remove. In the sense it will be automatically removed for a particular duration of time. So as we have written here, so let me remove after 5000 seconds. See here. So when you have written when everything is going on, it will try to erase. Here the entire logic lies in this concept, because as we have used dynamic DOM here, it will be little bit thing, like we are use translate 200 VH, and in this we have it is nothing but we are just trying to create an element with div class equals to Johnny. It is indirectly nothing but we are trying to create an element as Johnny here. In this we are trying to apply the properties. So these are the dynamic JS properties. These 3 lines 19 to 20 are the JS properties, where we are trying to apply math.random 100. In the sense some random one, we got 1, 2 or some random value between 0 to 9. So then we will try to have this 0.1 or 0.4 or some value. It will multiply with this and it will try to have the viewport, in the sense width. So first time it might be having this width only, next time this width, next time this width. So it is randomly based on it. Next one is the duration, like how many math.random. For example, I got first time as 2 or some value 0.2. It means for 2.26 second plus 6 it will try to apply. For suppose see here I have applied 10 here. Then if you can see how slowly it is getting, so it will happen in this way. For example, if I have written only 2 here, it means see how fastly it will. So within that duration of time it will try to happen, as we have discussed here. 4 seconds. So it will try to have some random animation duration. Next one is innerText. In the sense between this it will try to have this heart symbol. Indirectly we are trying to append like this. We can write the element here itself and we can apply, but we are trying to use some dynamic DOM, and where we are trying to append this. Till here it is appending and listing out all the properties of JS, using JS. Now we have used a setInterval, where we are trying to call this function, and within this duration of time it is trying to execute with a certain interval. Like this is how we have done with a thank you for hearts, thank you for subscribers, using heart symbols. If you have any queries in this, you can just drop us a mail or comment below this video. Like you have the complete videos description part below this video, like tutorials of basics of JavaScript. You can find the links, or you can comment drop us a mail. Thank you.